Hello and welcome back to the Helmet Head channel. Now INNOVV, one of the biggest brands here in the motorcycle tech space, have just released this, the N2 motorcycle smart riding system, and it packs a real punch because it's 45% faster than its predecessor. I mean, all the apps are going to be super quick. It has a 1000 nit screen, so it should be super bright no matter how bright the sun is behind you, and even better, it will keep up to date online as soon as you connect it to Wi-Fi. So what it will do, it will always be up to date and work with any of your devices. And what INNOVV have done to make this even more appealing is they're going to let you customize exactly what you want. So if you want dash cams, you've got two options, 1080p or 2K. If you want to protect the screen with a smart screen cover, here we go, protective screen cover. If you want tire pressure monitors, they're there as well. You can literally tick the boxes and pick the perfect package just for you. But they've sent me the N2 to give it the 11 out of 10 test. So we're going to unbox it, we're going to install it, and most importantly, we're going to give it that real well test. So let's jump into this. Let's start with a great unboxing. The first thing you'll find when you open the box is your N2 smart screen. This feels premium quality in the hand. It is a 5.99 inch screen. It's got a CNC milled aluminium backplate for effective heat dispersion. It's got a waterproof rating of IP67, and behind the rubber panel is where you can pop in your SD card. The power cable has ample length to fit any bike, plus it's fused on the positive and also the auxiliary. The handlebar mount comes with a selection of spacers, and it also has a selection of nuts, so it should fit the size of any handlebars, and works on a ball pivot system, so there'll be no issues with getting it angled for the perfect place on your bike. The user manual has clear instructions for installation and everything you need to set up the device, and that's everything you'll find inside the INNOVV N2 box. But if you do decide to order some of the accessories, you have a choice of a 2K camera or a 1080p camera, plus GPS, and as well as a TF card. The options are 128GB or a 256GB, plus there's also a screen protector. And that's all of your accessory options. Now it's time to move on to installation. The first thing you need to do is remove any plastic panels and find the access to your battery. This is normally located underneath the seat. Now take your handlebar mount, select the correct size spacer and the right length of bolt to fit your handlebars. Just select the right place on your handlebars to pop on your mount, pop in the two bolts and secure with the Allen key provided. Now take your ball joint. There is a bolt going through the middle of that just lines up into the slot, and again tighten with the Allen key provided. Take the other ball joint and attach that to the rear of your N2 screen. Connect both together with your arm extension and just tighten. To connect your power cable, your red goes to positive, your black to negative, and your yellow to an auxiliary feed. But I like to use a thing called a thunderbox, what only comes on when your engine is running and producing the right amount of volt, meaning that you never have to look for an auxiliary feed, so you can put the yellow auxiliary feed and the red positive into one tab and then the negative into the black tab, and once again the vehicle's at the correct amount of volts, it will power up. Once you've done that, run the cable the length of the bike and you'll see clearly labelled the back of the N2 with which wire you need to connect it to, and that's the power one. You just slot these two together and then they twist screw to hold them locked into place. Next I'm going to install the GPS. This is really easy as well. You just take the 3M sticky pad, stick it on the back of the box, find the perfect place to put it on your bike, either underneath the seat or behind a side panel. Then you just run the cables the length of the bike again and plug it into the correct connector. Now it's time to install the cameras. You have two different options for installation. One is this universal plastic mount. You just pop the nut in the bottom of the mount and put the 3M pad over the top. There is also a rubber tab with a sticky outside. Peel that off and stick that inside the loop. This is to protect the camera itself. Once you've done that, you just have to slide the camera through the loop and attach it to the mount using the Allen key provided. Don't over tighten it, because once it's on the bike you'll need to adjust it to make sure you've got the right camera angle. Take some time locating the perfect place to mount the camera on your bike. Once you've done that, just peel back the 3M sticky pad and put pressure on the sides to get it so it locks into place. A good rub around each bit will make sure that there is no air and no moisture getting in. Then just run the cable the length of the bike and make sure you attach it to the one with the letter R on the connector to make sure it's the rear camera. To mount the front camera, I'm going to use the other option. This is this L-shaped bracket. I've attached this to the bottom of one of my spotlights, and as you can see, I can then simply pop the bolt through and attach it to the camera. Just build it exactly the same as you would to mount the other bracket, and then connect it to the connector with the F. Now it's time to fire up your bike. The screen will power into life really quickly. Once the screen is on, select dash cam. Once you've selected that, you'll see what angle your cameras are at. To adjust them, all you have to do is twist them in the housing. Once they're straight, tighten up all of the Allen bolts to make sure that your camera is nice and secure. To install your tyre pressure monitors, just take off your original dust caps and replace them with the dust caps provided. They're both clearly labelled with F on one for front and R on the other one for rear. Once these are installed, all you have left to do is go around and tidy up all of the wires. Make sure nothing's dangling down near the wheels or touching any of the engine parts. Now just put back any of the plastic panels and your seat. To connect your phone for Apple CarPlay could not be easier. Just go to General in Settings, down to CarPlay, open up that, and at the bottom of the screen you'll see your N2 will appear. Tap on that and within a few seconds you will be linked to your CarPlay system, and then you're good to go. Well, let's start here in the real world on the main screen. Now it runs a 10 Hertz GPS, meaning that the information, like my miles per hour, is super accurate and super quick to relay it. So if we power up here to 30 miles an hour, on the GPS I'm doing 30 miles an hour, and you'll notice I'm doing about 32 on the actual main clock itself, because they're slightly higher than actually calibrated, so we're getting a lot better and more accurate miles per hour. Now here we go, we're hitting the speed limit here, instantly riding along, and I love this mode, this sort of black screen background, because I can see the INNOVV N2 really clearly as well, and I've got my compass there on the left that's proper awesome. Tyre pressures, what I normally find whenever I put a new system on is that you want to run the bike a little bit and then calibrate your tyre pressures for them to come up on the screen. You normally find by the next time I put them on and pair it, they'll work perfectly fine. And another cool thing about the main screen itself is at the top we've got the time. On the right hand side we can see that it's got GPS connected, it's also got Bluetooth connected, and of course if you want a hotspot from your phone, you've also got internet connected to it as well, and the SD cards in, because it's saying it's all there. So we know everything's working perfectly fine. We've got a little red light flashing top left corner. What that's indicating is that the cameras are recording, and the blue light on right on the left is just indicating that we've got power to the device. But let's have a look at the main feature we're going to be using this for. So if you click on link, this will go back to my CarPlay. Obviously that's connected to your phone, and it will bring up all the cool stuff that you really like. So just having a quick look here at the apps, you can access your phone, music, maps, you can press home and take you back to the main screen itself, your podcasts, your audiobooks, Spotify's there, WhatsApp there, Amazon Music's there, Audible if you like your audiobooks again, you got your calendar, and of course Google Maps and the news, and Zap Map if you've got an electric vehicle and you're trying to find a charging point. But let's go first things first, let's have a look at Google Maps, because that's the main navigation that I use. So let's just pop in here, searching places, let's type in Market Harborough, just there, and let's press start. Now another really cool thing is because I've got a comms unit on my helmet here, this is a Cardo unit, it connects to my phone, so all of the turn-by-turn audio navigation I'll get coming through my comms, any music I'm playing I'll get coming through my comms, plus if I want to do any voice prompts to get this to do something, I can as well. It's just another bonus, but this will work with literally any Bluetooth comm system that you've got on your helmet. Anyway, let's check out the navigation. Well, we've got a lovely, beautiful, sunny day, and the sun is shining from behind me, and I can tell you firsthand, I can still see this beautiful 1000 nit screen. It is just brilliant. I'm not getting literally any glare from it whatsoever. It's kind of got this slight dark look to it, like it's anti-glare, what means I can see it nice and clearly. I'm getting the audio prompts coming through as well, and as we can see on the screen itself, I'm coming up to a roundabout, basically taking my second exit. It's just absolutely awesome. Now the screen itself is 5.9 inches. It's pretty much a 6-inch screen, what is the perfect size for literally any bike. You had an adventure bike that could go just above your clocks.
and look absolutely fantastic. But here on a retro classic, as you can see, bolts in and looks awesome. It's definitely a pleasure to navigate with using this screen, absolutely. Now, using my gloves on the screen itself just here, the gloves I can just tap on there, and look, these aren't special fingertip gloves either, but I can access it simply by tapping on the screen, and I can put up all the different ones. So I actually prefer this screen because I know what music I'm listening to, I can see better where I'm going next. I know I'm coming up to roundabout in 0.3 of a mile, and I've got the smaller map there, and being just shy of 6 inch, I can see it really easily. So let's have a quick look at the cameras. Now, I've set mine to 2K to give you the best picture quality, but you can run them at 1080p. That means it will use less of the SD card and fit it up a lot less quicker. But I want the best quality possible because I want to use this not just as a dash cam to know that I'm safe, because if anything happened to me from the rear or the front, I'm going to capture it. I'm also wanting to use it for a bit of vlogging footage as well. So let's pop over on this screen here. Let's go back to the home screen just here. Let's have a quick look at the dash cam. So you can already see how good the quality looks on the screen itself. But say you're in a group, you can switch to the rear camera just here, right? And it means you can see behind you. So say your friend is coming up or you've lost him, you can see he's regained and come back. It's just awesome. And now you can watch everything back on here as well by pressing the play button there, and you can relive anything that's just happened. So say you've just seen something happen and you've pulled over and you want to check to make sure you've got it, you can. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you exactly what the footage is like directly off of the SD card. So here we go. Okay, cool. Now going back to the main screen, our tyre pressures have now appeared. Like I said, sometimes a nice little bit of a run, what happens is your tyre pressures, they'll pair and they'll come up on the screen. So we've got 34 on the front and 33 in the rear. So next time I pop to a petrol station, I'm going to put a little bit of air in these tyres. Fantastic. Right. Going back now to CarPlay itself. So let's go back to the link. Now, like I said, what's really cool, when I'm on a long run, I like to listen to my favourite tune. So straight away, press the link. Within, not even a split second, it's connected to my phone. That's awesome. So what I can do from here is so much stuff. Like I say, CarPlay is such a handy thing to have on your bike and super easy to use. So just say I want to send a quick message, right? I can go over here, I can slide across, and I can go, say, to WhatsApp and go, click on here, and then use voice prompts to send the message. So I'm going to select new message. I'd like to send a WhatsApp message to Mum just to say, I hope you're having a lovely day. Love, Alan. So what it does now, it repeats that in my ear, and all I've got to do is hit send. And bump, no having to get my phone out of my pocket and lock it, mess around or any of that stuff. But going back to music, I am somebody that uses Spotify. I love Spotify, save all my favourite tracks in there. And again, messing around, trying to unlock your phone to get to all of that, I can easily access that when I'm on a long run, and I can go into my playlist and I can play all of my favourite tunes. That means now I've got my favourite tune playing away, I've got my navigation on the left, and I can just chill. But just say, as you ride along, do you know what, I just want to skip tracks. The track comes up you don't really like, simple touch of the button, and then bump. There you go, on to the next track. Super easy, no messing around, with leather gloves on, just works a treat. Super touch sensitive. But then also, what I like to do is go, do you know what, I'm on a big trip, I want to listen to my favourite podcast. So I can just select podcast. Let's play one of my favourite ones, Nick Nimmin Live, YouTube tips. And now that's playing in my ear as well. How cool is that? And then the other thing that I quite like is just say you're getting a call. and say it's work, and you're going, do you know what, I'm off the clock today, I'm not at work, it can wait. It'll pop up on the screen, nice and small at the bottom, and you'll go, oh, I'm not answering that. But say for instance, there's a problem and you're not expecting a call, so say it's from your wife, your partner, your mum, and you go, oh, I need to answer that, I'm supposed to be back. Or, oh, I wonder what's going on with, say, my vehicle's in for an MOT and the garage are ringing me. I know you can answer it. So basically it cuts out all those nuisance calls you don't want when you're out enjoying your bike. I'm just generally loving how super bright this screen is, and going back to that main screen, I mean, if I'm not listening to music, I'm not navigating, I'm quite happy just staring at that. No more worrying about if I've got a slow puncher on a long run, because I can see my tyre pressure. I can set an alert on there as well, so it will come up and tell me if my tyres are getting low. That's just epic as well, isn't it? Just epic. I also like with this in-off screen as well, with the N2, I like the point that the main screen functions, what they've done is they've made all these little tabs at the bottom nice and big, so they are easy, they are accessible, it's a simple device to use. And again, in settings you can customise it all to how you want it. I just like the point, again, if I want dash cams, I can select dash cams and it's just there, it's working, it's happy days. And if I want to go back from dash cams, I can just click on the home button and then bump, I'm back there again. But today, you know, I do want to go back to my navigation, I can just click on the link and I go back there again. It's just absolutely epic. I can scroll across using nice fit gloves as well. Just works fantastic. I can go, let's go back to Google Maps, bump, it's there. INNOVV have just made something super quick, super easy and responsive, easy setup as well, and it looks the part. It really looks the part.
Well, what more can we ask for from a smart screen? INNOVV have done it again, haven't they, with the N2? They've made an incredible product with that 1000 nit bright screen, meaning that if the sun shines behind us, we're always going to be able to see that information that we need on that screen. And of course, if it's at night, it will automatically dim as well. And then I like the point, you've got the options of the dash cams with or without, but for me, having dash cams on the front and the rear of the bike is just added peace of mind, because if I'm ever in an accident, ever in trouble, I know I'm going to capture the moment the accident happens. That means I'll have the proof and the evidence that it wasn't my fault, it was the other person's fault. And it would also capture audio as well, meaning that if a policeman comes up to you or the person that's just bumped into you or rear-ended you, you're going to capture them admitting fault as well, what will help you go towards your case when you put in your insurance claim. But I love the point with that screen that everything was super fast, smooth, and just worked exactly how I wanted it to. Now you're probably saying, where am I supposed to get this screen from? Well, don't worry about it, because down in the description I've got all the links that you need, plus I've got you a cheeky little discount code, so you can save more than anybody else by going down there, clicking on that and putting in that discount code. And if you've enjoyed this video, please do not forget to give it a thumbs up, leave a comment when you've got your N2 device, let me know how you're getting on with it, because if it's as good as it's been today, you're going to absolutely love it. And of course, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of the action and motorcycle content here on Helmet Head. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care and bye bye for now.